that goes to our next topic. All your kids have different love languages, and they all need alone time with you. And you're not going to be the same mom with every child. You might think you treat them the same way, but you're not going to treat them the same way because they all have different personalities. If you don't know what are the love languages, there is this great book that you can read about. The author is Gary Chapman. It's this one right here. There is 5 love languages. First one being physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, gifts, and acts of service. Those are the 5 love languages according to Gary Chapman. And let me tell you that every kid of mine has a different love language. My 4-year-old loves when we gift her dresses, shoes, toys. She loves that. She is completely happy when we do that for her. My 10-year-old is a strong-willed child. She could be independent, but only wants to do it her way, and if it's not her way, she gets a little upset, and she's always right. So what I notice is that when I'm parenting her, it's hard because I'm over here like, I'm the authority. You need to listen to me, and you're going to do this because I say that you need to do it, right? But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. They want their independence, and I'm learning to let her have her independence. And what I've noticed with the love languages is that words of affirmation really help her, because oftentimes when she does something, instead of like telling her, oh, thank you, I'll say, hey, you missed a spot, you didn't do it right. So that makes you feel like you're not doing things right. It makes you probably feel less like I did my best, and she's over here telling me like, hey, I missed a spot, you're not doing a good job. So I've learned that if I tell her like, hey, thank you for doing that, or hey, you did such a good job, her attitude changes, and she's not fighting me. So that's why it's important to learn the love languages of your kids, and some of them have more than others. It could be all of them. For example, I believe like for a toddler, physical touch, so like hugging them, kissing them. As they keep growing, obviously they feel a little shy and they don't want that. But my 4-year-old, physical touch, quality time, they all love quality time. So if you haven't read this book, I highly recommend it, because it's going to teach you that how to connect with your kids, and gives you different examples. Obviously, at the end of the day, you need to learn what your kids love. And I feel as a mother, as a father, it's important to know the love languages, because then it's going to help you to spend time with them and make sure that they feel loved. Because sometimes, life is hard, you're busy with work, you're busy cleaning the house, and sometimes you might forget that they need that extra attention. So it just kind of helps you like, oh, okay, I get it. Like, you know what, I haven't done this. Sometimes they act up and you're like, why are they acting up? And maybe it's because you don't play with them anymore. Maybe they need help with a sport and they're struggling, but then you showing up, that helps them. So please learn the love languages of your kid. Okay, so that goes to our next lesson, which is don't give them everything just because you didn't have anything growing up and you want to give them a better life. I feel like you need to teach them that they need to earn things. So as parents, it's so tempting to just give them. If they're struggling, you want to help them, you don't want to see them struggle, and it's easier, to help them, and instead of seeing them throwing a tantrum. But it's important that you teach them how to solve their own problems, and then it helps them in the adult life. Not only that, but it builds gratitude, and it helps them build respect, and it teaches them delayed gratification. And delayed gratification is a big one, especially for adults, because after high school, you don't have your parents anymore. So you want to do everything that they used to tell you to say no to. And then you notice that it's whatever you wanted is not worth a lot, because now you're getting it right away, and delayed gratification is important. for you to teach your kids as well. For example, my daughter Juliet, she always wants a vinyl. She's getting into this vinyl collection, and every time we go to Target, it never fails, she wants a vinyl. She gets pissed off. She starts throwing tantrums like a 4-year-old. I was like, girl, you're not 4 years old. You're 10 years old, okay? And I explained to her, like, look, you want this vinyl, you need to work for it. At home, you do the chores. Hey, mom, do you need any help? And then, I'm teaching her that you need to work. And let me tell you that it does work, because whenever she wanted that vinyl, she'll tell me like, hey mom, do you need any help? Or she cleans the room or washes the dishes. Of course, there's days where she's like, I don't want to. But I mean, it's part of being a child. And I feel like, don't give them everything. Teach them that they need to work for it. The other day, I'm going to use Juliet again. She's like, hey mom, last time you didn't tell me thank you for cleaning my room, and I really did a good job. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you. Yesterday, when I was putting everything away for Costco, she's like, hey mom, thank you so much for putting everything away and getting us food. And it just feels good, At the end of the day, kids don't need everything. They need structure, guidance, and love. Enough about the kids. Let's get to ourselves. Man, motherhood, kids, everything just giving, and giving. Good job, moms. I'm proud of you. If nobody has told you this, I am proud of you for showing up regardless how you feel. Motherhood is just one of those things where you show up every day regardless of how you feel. And it's important to also take care of yourself. This is a big one for me. I'm always going to talk about it. Please take care of yourself. Have the coffee alone. Go eat lunch by yourself. Your husband is at home. Have him take care of the kids. Hey, I'll be back like in 1 hour. Please, ladies, it's okay. They're going to be okay. Be alone. You don't want to go grab coffee. You don't want to go have lunch. Read a book by yourself. Journal. Take care of yourself, however that looks for you. You want to go to Marshall's, Ross, wherever you shop. Go have that walk. You deserve it. You need to fill your cup with love. You can't pour from an empty cup. You're stressed, overwhelmed, burned out. You could show up with your kids, but you're not gonna give them your best. So that's why it's important to show up for yourself. And if the kids are being a little annoying, tell them, hey, can you just give me a minute, please? Something I tell my kids, like whenever I'm very overwhelmed, it's like, let's say it's 8 or 7 in the morning at night. I'm like, all right, clocking out. That's it. I'm clocking out of my shift. Go to sleep. Sorry, but that's it. And I'm like, what? But now they're able to understand that mom needs her time. She's overwhelmed. We're gonna sleep it off, and tomorrow is a new day. And not only that, but it helps them as well. You're you're modeling it for them, because they get overwhelmed too. They probably get fed up with each other too. I have multiple kids, so they probably get fed up. And I've seen it where one of the sisters like, hey mom, like she's really making me overwhelmed. Like, can you please tell her to stop? And that's when I go and, hey, get out of the room. She needs her time. And that's how they learn how to be good functioning adults. And as a mom, when you pour yourself some love and you take care of yourself, it recharges you. Sometimes being away from your kids makes you miss them. So ladies, do something for yourself, please. If you get anything from this video, do something for yourself. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm gonna go get a massage. No, it could just be a walk at the park. It doesn't have to be this glamorous event where now they try to sell you all that. Like, no, go for a walk. Walking helps you 20-30 minutes. Come back, you're like, okay, let's do this. Because let's be fucking real. Being a mom, sometimes your identity gets lost. You don't know who you are besides a mom. So by taking care of yourself, by doing things for yourself, you're able to learn like, okay, this is what I like. This is not what I like anymore. And make sure that you do a hobby, go on solo dates, create personal goals. Remind yourself that you're more than just a mom. Lastly, last bullet point, I promise, what becoming a parent has taught me also is that if you have toddlers, sexual intimacy might be hard. Yes, I'm going there. I feel like it's an important topic. Maybe you're like, oh my gosh, she's gonna talk about it. Yes, girl, I'm gonna talk about it because it's normal. That's how we create kids. And I feel that many women might feel alone because they're probably struggling with their partner and nobody's talking about it. But yes, it's real. You struggle. Personal experience, especially when my kids were toddlers, the 10 and the 8-year-old, it was hard because all the attention was going to them. They were little tyrants, all clean. They'll drop the toys. Everything was everywhere. And my husband, he has such a high sexual drive. And to me, it was just like, no, I feel fat. I just had a baby. I don't feel sexy. I don't feel comfortable. Look at the pile of dirty clothes. Like, how can you have sex while watching that? The wall is a little bit dirty, like I wasn't able to focus because my mind was running on these different thoughts. And it's normal for a woman to think that way because we are wired different. For me, it's more of a mental thing more than like a physical thing. Obviously physical too, but it's more of a mental thing. I have to be relaxed and the house has to be clean. Not clean, but a little tidy, at least in the room, so I can enjoy it. And it's something that a lot of people don't talk about, and I don't want to get too much into it because I feel like that one deserves a episode by itself. And I just want you guys to remember that it's important to have sex with your partner, especially if one of them has a higher desire, because, for example, for my husband, it's a stress reliever. So if he doesn't get it, he's gonna be grouchy, and it's just like, you don't want that at home. And you're not alone. Many couples go through it, and I can't wait for the next episode. I hope my husband joins us. Please, guys, comment below, like, please, Fabian, join us. We want to hear your perspective because he's a guy, so it's different from women and being a guy. So I'm excited, guys. I'm going to try to convince him to join us on the next episode and have a regular conversation between him and I. He's a very down-to-earth person. He's very knowledgeable. He's smart. He has a YouTube University degree. I say that because he's just very smart. He knows how to keep a conversation going, and it'll be fun. But yeah, let's hope he joined us and we're able to actually have a conversation with each other. I don't know why I keep looking like this, like he's here, but he's not here. Thank you guys for joining us. Don't forget that it's important as parents to fill each other's cup with love because your kids are going to grow up. They're going to leave you, and you and your partner want to build a strong relationship to keep going in the marriage. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I can't wait for the next episode. I love you guys. Goodbye.